You've just completed your special project and now you need to look for an edging that's going to complement your shawl, scarf or blanket. Look no further, I'm going to show you some ideas and the free patterns are attached. My name is Lindy and thank you for watching my channel. Welcome or welcome back. I'm going to give you a taste of edges that I've done on 4 different blankets, and then at the very end there's a playlist and you can look at the tutorials and watch the particular one that you like in more detail. 2 of the edges are quite straightforward and 2 of them have a little more detail, but I've designed and created all 4 of them for beginners. All of the edges are created working in the round, which means you're always working on the same side of the work. I tend to work on the right side of the work. And then I will show you also how I begin around and end around. And I'm also going to show you the corners. The corners are really important. I'm going to show you how to adapt the corner depending on the number of stitches on your row. So let's have a look at all 4 edges now, and I'm really excited to hear which edge you decide to use for your special project. The first edging is a daisy square blanket, and I make a lot of daisy square blankets. It's done in coriander green, cream and yellow, chosen by my niece for her firstborn little girl. I did a very simple edging. I just did a stripe of each color. Have a look how easy this edging is and how it draws all the colors together in the edging. Once all the daisy squares are sewn together, I made a simple edging of double and single crochet stitches using leftover yarn from the project. I finished with a row of double crochet in the coriander green so that all the colors could be pulled together to complete the project. The second blanket is also daisy squares, and it's for my nephew's little firstborn girl. We've had a lot of girls born in the family recently. This is a lot more delicate. It has a lace effect to it, and don't get overwhelmed by it. It's just lots of rows of different stitching, and once you see how easy it is to do, you're going to want to try this lace pattern stitch. In this tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how I crochet this lace edging, and it just might be what you've been looking for that special project of yours. The fun part of making this blanket is the edging, and here you can get creative and personalize it to the person you're gifting. Often I'll make a simple 2 or 3 row edging, which then doesn't distract from the blanket. In this case, I've made quite a decorative 6 row edging in a lace pattern, which I thought was appropriate for the little baby girl. So these are the yarns I used to crochet the daisy square blanket. I chose to use this lilac color for the edging, but any of these colors would look equally beautiful. The first round is worked in double crochet. I then worked the third round in single crochet, so 2 double crochet rows and 1 single crochet row. Here's our V-stitch row. The 2 double crochets are worked into the same space with a chain between them to give them the V pattern, but between the 2 V's there is no chain stitch. So there's our second row of V-stitch. It's our 5th row. We're doing 6 rows in total for our lace edging pattern. On the final row, let me show you how I do the shell stitch. So it has 3 double crochets, 1 chain and 3 double crochets. The chain gives it the point at the top of the shell pattern. And here we've completed the final row of our shell pattern, and you can see we have 6 rows. My third blanket has a lot of different types of granny squares, and I want to show you how I do this edging, which is very straightforward. It's just using single crochet and half double crochet. But have a look at how the camel stitch formed. I really was quite taken by this stitch. The baby Ellis quilt is now completed, and I'm going to show you step by step how I joined the granny squares and then made the edging. The edging is a very important part. It is what joins it all together. I looked at this pattern, which is very geometric, and I thought a shell pattern wouldn't work with it. So I've made this very simple pattern using half double crochet and single crochet, and the single crochet I've done in a camel stitch, which actually means you work into the back of the stitch. So I want to show you how I do that. The first row I work in a single crochet. I like to do that just to tidy up the blanket before I start the edging. The second row, or the second round, because we're staying on the right side of the blanket, is going to be in half double crochet. So the first round is single, the second round is half double crochet, which is just yarn in and over, and then you slip off all 3 stitches. So there's our half double crochet, single, and I'm going to continue all the way around, and when I come back here I'll show you how I change to the next stitch, which is the camel stitch. If you look at the top of this half double crochet, you can see a V stitch, a front stitch and a back stitch, making a V. If we now turn this to the back, you'll see there's another stitch. That is the stitch we're going to pick up, and we're going to pick that up in single crochet. And we can look at how it's forming now. So we're getting this lovely edging, which is almost like a knitting stitch. So we've got our half double crochet, single crochet, half double crochet, and 3 rows of camel stitch. So we're just flattening this out rather nicely, and you can see how nice it looks on that side. I think the edging suits the strong geometric shapes. We then turn the work to the wrong side facing us, and we're going to do single crochets on the wrong side of the work in the opposite direction. And once I've done a few stitches, I'm going to show you what the right side looks like. So let's turn this around, and we can see how now we have our single crochet, half double, and then we've got this camel stitch, 2 camel stitches, and that border. 2 camel stitches, single crochet, and we see this ridge, which I think goes really nicely with this geometric pattern. In my final edging pattern that I'm going to show you today, the 4th one, I want to show you the wave pattern. It's been made for a little girl, and what I tend to do is when I'm thinking of an edging for especially a blanket as a project, I not only look at the blanket and imagine what edging would suit that particular style and that pattern, I also think of the person I'm gifting it to and how are they going to respond to it. Is it somebody who's quite practical, who likes just a simple edging, or would it be a little girl who likes things to be pretty and a bit fancier and a little bit over the top? So I thought for a little girl this blanket would be just perfect, and I really enjoyed doing the wave pattern. It was such fun. I'm certainly going to do this one again. In today's tutorial, I want to show you step by step how I crochet this wave pattern edging, and it's really rewarding. This wave pattern edging will require quite a bit of extra yarn. I used 120 grams of yarn for just the wave pattern edging, so keep that in mind. Here is the completed little girl's daisy blanket. We're now ready to do the edging. I'm going to complete a wave pattern all the way around the edge. I'm going to need to begin by just covering up this edge, which I can do in a single crochet. I want to use the white. I'll have enough to single crochet all the way around the edge. I'm then going to do a second single crochet of the lilac and a third crochet of the pink. So we're going to have 3 rows in a single crochet around the entire blanket. And then we're going to complete the wave pattern in the pink. We're now at the end of the pink foundation row in single crochet. So we just go into the last stitch and then we go into this stitch and we do a slip stitch. So now we have completed it and we're ready to start the wave pattern stitch. Now the wave pattern stitch does take some time and it uses a lot of yarn, but it's really beautiful for a blanket and I'm excited to show you how it works. So we can see the waves are starting to form. We then go where that stitch was, we go to the next stitch, 4 double crochets, two, 3, 4. Then remember we do 4 chain stitches going up, 1, 2, 3, 4. From here we bring this forward, we go into the 2 spaces and at the back we do a slip stitch and a chain stitch. We now cover the chain with 7 double crochets, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and the 7th one. So let's have a look at the waves. Now we can see that this is the right side. The wrong side is pretty attractive as well. It's definitely got the wave stitches. So I'm going to continue with these stitches, and when I get to the corner I'm going to show you how I do the corner. So there are corners.
My name is Lindy and thank you for watching my video. If you enjoyed these 4 edges that I showed you, which I've completed on my blankets, can also be completed on shawls and scarves, please like and subscribe and you'll be notified when my next is available. Take care and bye.